Hey, welcome back. Grumpy Gopher here. Middle of October. It's getting cold. My shop has no heat. My buddy said he's got a heater that he's gonna give me, but he's been saying that for like 3 months. I have no confidence in he's gonna get to me. So I don't know what I'm gonna do for heat in this shop. I might break down and buy one myself, I guess. But anyway, today I'm gonna make a bench. You start one. I've already milled down my 2x4, ran through the planer, got them cleaned up a little bit. I'm gonna start out cutting 4 at 47 and 3/4. Oh yeah, check the fingers, got them all. Hopefully we end the day same way. So one on top. Make sure it's even. Make my line. Alright, last one. Try to get the straightest boards I could find at the big box store. Sometimes that's difficult. Gotta do a lot of digging sometimes. Alright. Get this 2x4 out of the way. Check the accuracy of all of our cuts. See how close they are. Sometimes they get off a little bit depending on the boards. We got a bow in it. too bad. Saw a little bit. One board's got a little bit of a bow in it. Take just a hair off that bottom bow. They should be all good. Just the blade's width off of this one. We'll call that good. It's going to be for the seat for the bench I'm going to be making. Next, I'll get a 2x6. I'll cut the legs. I'm going to clean this up, but I'll be skill saw for the next cuts. Because this is not quite wide enough for, miter saw is not quite wide enough for 2x6. So I'll be back in just a few. Alright, I'm back. Got the old 2x6 down. Getting ready to cut 4 legs. 16 inches long. First thing I'm going to do is square up the end. Measure out 16 inches, cut 4 legs. Be careful with your skill saw. Before you put it down, make sure the blade stops spinning. Alright, squared pretty good. I'm going to measure down 16 inches. The square must not be right. Oh, my square's not right. This board is bowed. That's the problem. I'm gonna flip it over to the other side. Alright, let's check this in. That one's factory in. That should work better. $16. 16. Oh, much better. You can use skill saw, jigsaw, whatever it takes to cut it. I'm gonna try a skill saw today. Just like 2x4s, I'm just going to line them up. Make my cut. Make my line, make my next cut. Sorry about that. Camera shut off for some reason. I got the 2x6s all cut, 16 inches. They're all even. You want the legs to be even because you don't want a wobbly table. So next I got to set up the table saw. Alright, I cut 2 more pieces of wood, 3.5 inches long by 1 3/8 inches wide. Kind of square. And they're going to go on these legs. In between these legs here, 16-inch legs. They're going to go up about 3.5 inches in between these. We're going to glue them in here, these 2 legs. They're going to go in here like this. I'm going to glue these together on both sets. I already sanded all these boards down, 2x4s. We'll glue these together, side by side. And this is going to make, these 4 boards, going to make a seat. So that's the next step. I already got them sanded down. So now I'm going to clear the tables off, get the glue ready, get my clamps ready. That's my next step. Alright, I'm going to glue my legs together. Got my marks on the inside of the legs. Got the old Gorilla Glue. Got me a glove on so I don't glue my fingers together this time. Glue on both sides. Rub it in. Kind of a thick coat on it this time. Line it up on my mark. place for a few seconds. Slide my other board in, line it up with my mark. Hopefully I'm on. I don't want to have a wobbly leg. Put my clamp on. Double check my marks. You don't need a lot of pressure, just enough to hold her. And I'll do the other one. Same way. My wife, she's not allowed to use super glue at my house. She's glued her fingers together I don't know how many times. Pretty hilarious in my book. That's why I started using gloves. I'm right behind her. Hold on my mark, rub it a little bit back and forth. See, it'll set up. Get it halfway straight. Double check the marks. Hopefully I'm on course. Put too much pressure on, they'll bow up a little bit on you like this. You don't want to put too much pressure on it. Just enough to squeeze them together. Alright, put them aside. I'll get the other ones ready. Alright, got my boards lined up. Pretty close where I want them, I think. Time to put the glue on. Need a roller or something to put this on easier, I think. Line them up the best I can. inside of this one. Line up. That's why I don't like glue. Get a moment, like, share, and comment below. Tell me what projects you're working on. Alright. Get these ends lined up. Amp on that end. Come on, boards. Work with me. Son of a gun. Got a bowed board here. It's not working out like I wanted it. Glue's gonna set up on me before I get these clamps on. There's that one. Need a different style of clamps. I don't like these. Pick them up at a garage sale for 20 bucks, so I can't beat the price. I don't like the style. There we go. Slide that down. I'm going to try to get one top and bottom, try to push them down together. Hopefully get them flat so they're even across. Now these style clamps I like a lot better to give them a little more torque on them. Alright. Wipe off my excess screw and we'll go from there. Hopefully they hold together. Let you know how it turns out. Alrighty. Yesterday, I went ahead and cut center support for the bench. Got a 2x4 at 44 and 3/4. 1x4, got two of them at 35.5. What we're gonna do is glue these together. Found the center of the 2x4, the center of the 1x4s. Gonna line these up. The 2x4 in the middle. You see, I already made my, I don't know if you can see it, but I already made my marks on there to line them up. You're gonna have this spot on the end. We'll get to that later. But you want them in the center. So I'm going to go ahead and start gluing the process. Try to get these lined up. Already sanded them. Now it's glue time. Probably put a couple brads in it just to hold it too. Really need a roller. Got to get to the big box stores to get one though. Maybe this weekend. All right, one done. Get the other one going. Alrighty. Line the marks up. Throw a couple clamps on. There we go. Almost need a third hand sometimes. What's your guys' favorite clamps? You have any? I ain't found one I really like yet. I just don't have the prices of them. Kind of spendy. All right. Got that there. Put one more in the middle. I like how they buttered up at the end here. I'll slide this one down a little bit if I can. Make it even. That's where the seat's going to sit on. One more in the middle. Alright, set that aside. While this is drying, we'll take our legs from yesterday, we'll put some pocket holes in them. I'll be back in a few. Alright, gonna do pocket screws on these. These are about 5.5 inches wide. Gotta figure out which side I want for my fronts and back of the legs. So I decided that. I'm gonna go about 1.5 inches in to where I want my pocket screws at. Make mark. And I just got the single one for now. Line it up. And I clamp it on, I found out you want your clamp just tight enough to hold it. If you put it in too tight, you will dent the back side of your board. You have to go back and do a lot of sanding. Get it too loose, this will move on you. Just experimental type. Line the next one up. See, they got all kinds of ones that do doubles, and haven't checked the price out on them yet. But since I'm getting more into these, I think it's time to expand a little bit, and maybe they're a lot nicer because they sit right on your bench. You don't have to clamp it every time. There's that one. It's actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be when I first started doing these. Before, I just used to toenail screws in. It always looked kind of just how I was raised on the farm. Just angle in a screw, it would hold. These are a lot better. These hold a lot better, I think. Looks a lot better too. When I get real fancy, they got plugs for these, or you can put putty in and then sand them down. Because once you put them in, they really shouldn't have to come back out. There we go. And as soon as that cross member's set up, we'll put these legs in. I got 4 more boards put on the end caps, and we'll put the bench together. All right. Got 1¼ inch brad nails in here. I'm gonna throw some in here to help secure this a little bit better. Clamps off. Now, moment of truth. Gonna see these legs are gonna fit. Tight fit, that's what you want. I'll get a rubber mallet. And she fit. Next, I'm going to have to measure these ends over here and get some 1x4s, and I'll be back after I cut them. All right, cut these ends to fit behind the legs on both sides. So I got 4 pieces. I'm gonna add some glue, put some brad nails in it, secure the legs. Hell, I found out I put my pocket holes on the wrong end of my legs. So I had to putty them up. I drilled the holes in the right side, but it happens. At least I caught it before I tried to put the end caps on. So, grab the glue. Slap them on. Hold in place for a few with the clamp. And go to the other side. Sounds like the old trains are coming through. It's gonna be noisy. Right, I got the other side on. So, thought about doing topic of the day while I'm doing projects. As I listen to myself back on a couple of my videos, I don't know what to talk about. So self-checkouts, do you guys like them? We hate them. I'll walk around the store till I find someone to help me check out and check me out. I can't stand them. Well, I don't mind them so bad. The wife that hates them. But what's your opinion on them? Leave it down in the comments. Think we should still have people checking us out, or do you guys like the convenience of them? Anyway, let the glue dry, and we'll tap some brads in them. Think it costs self-checkouts? Think it costs businesses a lot of money? People stealing? Think that's their problem? Think people should be more honest? Let me know. I just think people should be able to check themselves out, but I also think there should be people there to check you out, especially to help older people like me. I don't want to sit there, scan everything, then when something goes wrong, you gotta go look for somebody anyway. All right, put a couple brads in there. Hit the other side. Alright. Well, that didn't work out very good, did it? The glue came apart on the leg. Gotta refab the leg. Dang it. Alright, still working on the bench. After that leg broke, did some Jethro Bodine ciphering. And I changed up my plan a little bit. This is what I did. Ended up putting pocket hole screws in to hold that in instead of just gluing it. Didn't think it was going to work in the first place, but so now the legs are in there, held tight, and now I'm clamped on, and all I got to do is screw it in. I got 5/8 inch overhang on the sides, about 1.5 inch overhang on each end. Got the end caps in. Kind of show you what it looks like. It was a struggle for me, first time making it. The next time, it'll be a lot easier. Well, at least that's the plan. So now, all I gotta do is put in the pocket hole screws here on all 4 legs, and hopefully, she's done. Hope you kind of enjoyed the video. So like, share, comment, and hope you had a good laugh or two. Still got all my fingers. It's a good day. Till next time. Talk to you later. This is Grumpy Gopher.